Hello, and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark, and I've been a driver for over 30 years. And I think drivers should get paid for all of their time. Why don't we? And we should get a decent wage for doing it. If you agree, it's time for you to subscribe. Today, it's time for the Crap Company of the Week. This week, the crap company are lawyers. Yep, we knew this day would come, so let's talk about it. One company got all butthurt about their information that they post on their website publicly for every computer in the world to see. And so they sent a lawyer over and said, look, we're really mad that you publicized information that we publicize, and we don't like that. So you got to stop it, or we're going to get really, really mad and do other mad things. And then they added a bunch of lawyer words in there. So I have an attorney friend of mine who does workman's compensation claims and employment discrimination, that kind of thing. And so I talked to him. I've known him for decades, really. And he said, yeah, eventually, because he looked at her and said, you'll win because the information that you put out is publicly available. But he said what lawyers do is paper you to death, as they call it. So they send that, and then if you don't comply, they'll send a cease, and then if you don't comply, they'll ask for, they'll have inquisitions that you have to fill out. They'll have motions that you'll have to either have someone represent you or show up. And so on the date that you show up, then what they do is get a continuance. He said it does this all the time. And so then you have to come back in 2 or 3 weeks, and then they can get another continuance, and then there'll be a motion, and then you'll have to go to that. And see, what happens is eventually you give up because you don't have enough money to do it. Be okay if you had unlimited resources, but if you don't, you just can't win it that way. They just outmoney you. They just paper you to death because they're all butthurt about the information that they put out being actually put out publicly. They don't like it. So what we're going to do, we're going to focus now on companies doing it better. I have a system that's going to be up on the website soon where we'll have acceptable and then exceptional. And I was going to have the mark of excellence, but Cadillac beat me to that, right? So we can't do that. We can't give companies that. So we'll list companies that way. And other companies that don't make the list will just be ignored. We'll talk about them and stuff, but they'll just have to be ignored here because they get their feelings hurt. And so then they go cry or whatever to whoever, this stuff we publicized, we're all crying about it. We don't like it. We don't like that you publicize things that we publicize. Look, that's the story here. That's the story. That day is here. And so that's how it has to be in the future. This is the problem with the industry, okay? Companies don't want their poor crap policies to be out there in the world. They don't want you to find out about it. They want to get to you before you get a chance to look around, before you get a chance to learn stuff. So we're going to do more educational videos. I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos that are educational about detention, about layover, what you should get, about each sector, each thing that you should ask. Because if you don't know, on the website, truckinganswersnation.com, there's a large list of questions that you should ask a potential employer. And that's whether you're new or an experienced driver, things that you need to ask them. Remember, if they won't answer questions, anybody that won't answer your questions, that's a real problem. Okay, so I'm going to go into each of those in a video so that they can be helpful to new people. So that's how we're going to have to do it from now on. So that's where it goes. Lawyers wrap up the crap company of the week as it apparently has to be, because some places cry rather than fixing their policies or doing better. They don't care about that. They only care that you don't find things out. So that's how it works here. I could say, hey, would everybody give me $50 a month? But that's kind of ridiculous. You probably wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't want you to. Many of you wouldn't be able to. And that kind of thing could be put to better use. So what we can all do is on online forums, and that spread information about places that you have. But in this kind of a format, we're not going to be able to do it. All right. So that's how it is. So there you go. That's the way it goes. And that's the way the ball bounces. But look for more of these other videos, and there'll be more companies doing it better in the future. So anybody that you have that's doing it better, please send it to me. I'd love to know about them so that we can get them out there and get people into the better places. So there you go. That's it for today from Trucking Answers. I appreciate everybody being here. Believe me, I don't say that enough, but I do appreciate everybody that comes in, subscribes, watches the videos, and everything else. So see you soon on the next one. Thank you for watching.